This part of my story was heavy. 2 deaths in my family, back to back. I didn't even get time to grieve before life hit me again. The custody judgment came down without a hearing. My lawyer knew I was back in Savannah. His lawyer did too, but none of it mattered. Fairness didn't live in that courtroom. Tension was building with Carter's dad and with Jackson's dad too. Every conversation felt like walking through fire barefoot. And Marlon, the church boy, was cheating. He didn't know I knew, but I've been watching everything through his old phone. His logins told the truth his mouth never would. Depression had me quiet. Life had me cornered. I felt like my surroundings, a poor single mother in the hood with too many stories and too little help. But even in all that chaos, I still got up, I still showed up, and I finally had a job. With the 9 in my hand, I'm slowly raising it to my temple, but something stopped me. It was like just this small little thought on like, what if things got better? Like, what if this is just a moment? So when that thought popped in, you know me, always being in my head, I lowered the 9 and I sat in that thought. What if it gets better? Just keep holding on. Do I keep holding on for it to get better? Because it feels like every time I hold on, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Where is the better? I'm ready for the better. Can the better show up right now? Can the better sit on this bed so the better can tell me like, hey, I'm coming. It's just going to be at this time. So just hold on until this time better is coming. So I'm just like, okay, I got to let better come. Because even when I get to this point, even when I'm at the bottom and I feel like, damn, I can't go no lower, something pulls me back up. I always get help back up. It's just the falling back to this part that's getting me. So it's like, well, maybe when better shows up, I'm not going to fall back down to this point. Not this point. But better needs to hurry the fuck up. So I end up putting the 9 back in the lockbox. I got up, locked it, and put it up. When I got back on the bed, I looked down at my phone and realized I was still in the middle of texting the suicide hotline. So all of the thoughts I thought I was actually thinking, I was actually typing out to them. And they did a really good job on, talking me down off that ledge, because they talked me down off that ledge. I closed my phone. I laid down with sleep. Woke up the next morning. Marlon went to work, took the kids to school like everything was normal until I got a phone call. A phone call letting me know that my Uncle Boosie, which is my dad's little brother, had died in his sleep. So that was completely unexpected because he was in his mid-40s. We wasn't expecting that at all. So I was shocked. So I ended up calling my sisters and like talking about it, and I'm just letting them know like, yeah, I'm gonna come down to see y'all. Like, come down to see y'all. And, we'll work something out on, like, how the funeral gonna go, because the kids were still in school. So I'm like, how can I come down there, see the family without having to disrupt the kids from being in school, because it's the week before spring break. So literally, they're about to go on spring break anyway. So I'm just like, all right, let me get myself together. So after talking with my sisters, I was sad about it. It's like, I've been knowing my dad's brother, my whole life, that's my uncle. But as I became an adult, we weren't as close as we were when I was, smaller, coming up, because I wasn't really around much. I'm that type of person that it's like I'm real close with my mom's side of the family, but I'm not that close with my dad's side of the family. That's a problem that I need to fix, but for right now, in this moment in time, I am not that close with my dad's side of the family. So to me, it's like, although I was sad that I lost, my uncle, I was more sad, seeing how my dad was going to cope with it, because it's one of those, I'm not real close with my biological dad. I'm real close with my stepdad, my daddy. But Dexter, I'm not really that close with. So it's like, I didn't know how to comfort him, on the death of his baby brother. So I'm sitting there, I'm at home just thinking about all this. It's like, all right, I'm about to go down. I'm about to be around my family. Not that close with my dad's side, but it'll be okay, because it's like, at the end of the day, we all still family, regardless. But I'm just like, I don't know how to comfort this man, because I don't really know how he takes death. And especially it being the death of his baby brother. I'm like, I don't even know, like, if he cries, what do I do? Because I don't ever remember seeing my dad cry at all. So it was all confusing to me. So I'm sitting there on the bed. Marlon comes in. Mind y'all, at this time, I have not had a conversation with Marlon about the things I found in that extra phone. I just been keeping it hush hush under wraps. And the incident that happened last night with the 380 and the 9 and me, almost doing what I did not let Marlon know. That's something that I kept to myself. So when he came in, he was just like, "Hey, baby, you okay?" And I just looked up at him. I was just like, "My uncle died." He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, my Uncle Boosie, my dad's younger brother, he just died." And Marlon was wanting to know the details, and I was just sitting there just like, because I'm still trying to process, like, I don't even know how to comfort my dad, and then I just found this bullshit on this nigga phone, and then I had my episode last night, and he asking me all these questions, when it's just like, I got all these thoughts and no answers. So it's just like, I really want to just be left alone, but I'm just let it be what it is. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go down there for the funeral. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go down before the funeral, because the kids are in school and they're about to get out for spring break. So I know for sure I'm gonna be down there for the actual funeral. But I'm gonna see if I can go down there a little bit early, depending on the kids, whatever. And he was just like, all right, well, if you need me, you know, I'm always here. They haven't been up in my turns at the ports. He was like, I need to find me a different job. Like, I gotta find a different company, because I don't know what's going on with veterans carriers, but they not getting no turns. And it's like, I'm tired of these $500 a week paychecks. I can't live off $500 a week. He's like, yeah, the cart doing good, but my mama keep asking all these questions about the finances. And as soon as he said that, his mama called. He looked down there. It's like, and I looked, I'm like, what? He was just like, it's my mama. Hold on. And he answered, I'm like, hey. And she was like, what's up, Pop? It's now a good time. He was just like, it's okay. It's a good, what's going on, Mom? What's going on? She's like, well, I wanted to talk to you and Key about the cart, and, you know, if we should come up with a spreadsheet or something, you know, when y'all put y'all sales down, each time that y'all go out there, y'all can record how much y'all made a day, and we can put it all in this spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet can be shared between me and you. So it's like, when y'all make y'all sales, y'all update the spreadsheet, and then I can see it. And Martha's like, whoa, okay. Well, Mama, right now, we letting Key handle all of that. She was like, well, I understand that, like, because I know she's using the cart for her income right now because she don't have a job. But at the same time, Mom's like, yeah, I know, Mom, but right now isn't a good time. She just lost her uncle. She's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I asked you, was it a good time to talk? And he was just like, well, no, it's right now. I'm just letting Key handle the cart because she need the cart money for the rent and for the kids' daycare, and that's what we're trying to handle right now, Mom. I know I said I was gonna give you 10% of our sales, but hey, can we start the 10% a little bit later? She was like, yeah, of course we could start the 10% later, but I just thought that we could all get on one accord, you know, since it's like a family business. And Marvin was like, well, I don't really want it to be kind of like a family business. It's just kind of like something that we're doing on our own time. And his mom just like, oh, okay. So what are you saying, Pop? Like what are you saying? He was like, well, right now you talking about spreadsheets and going over finances, and it's just like right now we can't do all of that because the car is being used as Key's full-time job right now. His mom was like, oh, well, all right, I kind of can understand where you come from, but since you don't want to make this a family business, how about we do this? I gave you the card for free. You just give me my 10%. We'll say in 6 months we could start on that 10%. Since Key needs the card to, pay for rent and pay for daycare, I'll give you those 6 months for the 10%. Just start paying my 10% after. And since you want Key to handle everything, you just make sure everything is done under the LLC, because I created the LLC in you and your sister's name, that which is his twin sister. She created the LLC when they was younger to give them a business in their name. So technically it is the family business. And she hung up.